So a few incidents at schoolboy football games saw referees being attacked by players and attacked by members of the public, and it led to, they say, a referee sick out. Well, they pulled their services for a round of schoolboy games and had a meeting with the Jamaica Football Referees Association, Inter-Secondary School Sports Association, and then they came back on Monday. So just one round, and that round was played on Monday, and they were there. But when you take a look at what's happening now, and it's difficult to say, but this is not something new, unfortunately, and we want to look at the way forward. And we have with us the president of the Jamaica Football Referees Association and former referee himself, Mr. Valdin Legister. Morning, my friend. Welcome to Smile. How are you?
Morning. I'm fine. Thanks for having me.
What led, I kind of know, but what led to you guys pulling out for that one round of games? Because, as I said, it's been happening over the years. So what did you decide this time? Say, no, enough is enough. Let's pull our refs.
Well, the two most recent incidents, one took place in Montego Bay between Malden and Cornwall College. And then the other one took place between McGrath High School and Dintil. In this case, the referees were physically assaulted by schoolboys, students, athletes. ISA would have met. They would have made a decision. A meeting was called with the referees, and the referees decided that they wanted to send a strong message because, as you would have said, this has been something that has been happening, and they wanted to send a strong statement, a strong message to the country itself.
Do you think that message has been sent?
Yes, I do believe that the message has been sent. On Saturday, there was no football, and you heard the cries. So I think the message was registered. And
what's the protocol, Valdin? Because I know, as a coach myself, you usually hear two uniformed police officers.
Yes.
But at the same time, sometimes you will go to a park and there are not two uniformed security officers, and you guys might say, no, man, we're all right here because we know the crowd, you know the school. So what's the exact protocol?
Well, as stated in ISA policy, there should be two uniformed police officers. But as referees, we know how it is. You go to the games, some venues, you feel safe, you feel comfortable. So it's really left up to the referee to make a judgment call. And if they feel safe, then normally they would play the games. But we are saying now to the referees, due to the recent incidents, if there are no police officers, don't play the games.
So that is hard and fast now.
Right.
Even if you go somewhere that you think you're safe still,
yes,
you have given an instruction that if you don't see two uniform officers, don't start.
We're not going to play the games.
In the most recent incidents, was that the case, that there were no officers on hand? And generally, are those spaces where you normally feel safe, the referees in particular?
Well, based on my information, there were no police at the venue at the time because based on the report from the referee, they had to wait, let's say, at least 45 minutes for police to get there. So, as I said, the referee in this incident would have felt safe based on the venue, based on the history, and would have gone ahead to play the game. But going forward, if
police and security is the same thing. No, police and security is the same thing. In other words, if you don't say two uniform police, but you say 9 security guard, is that the same thing, or you want police officers?
We want police officers to be there.
No matter how many security guards.
Uniform police officers. Normally the schools will provide some form of security, but we are going to stick to the policy.
Yeah.
Uniform police, or else no games.
Now, as a football outsider, technically, right? Referee, coach, and so on, what's the protocol around preparing students, teams, etc., ahead of a season? So is it that there is a, as part of your lead up to the season with Georges, for example, there is a session where you go through how to deal with situations and how to deal with officials.
Right.
Right? What will have to happen now for the next season?
I know some schools, they try to get referees to come in pre-season to explain to them the rules and to say to them the referee's decision is always final.
We say some schools.
Some schools. Mm-hmm. Some schools. I know for Charlemont High School we did it. I am there, so I ensure that things like that are done. So it's important that it's done. As a school, I think it's important that we preparing these boys, these student athletes, we have to take them through sessions to deal with certain situations like these, emotion, passion. So we have to do sessions with them to ensure that incidents like these are managed properly. So I think that is where we should go as schools.
And why I made an emphasis on some, I do suppose now it has to be something that is mandatory. So in the lead up to the season, it can be just that because you're at Charlemont, Neville is at George's, that these are the schools that do it. It has to be something straight across the board that a public education or student athlete education is.
Yes, definitely. Place. I think where this is concerned, ISA can play a very big role where they can mandate the schools participating to say these things must be done. And as the JFRA, we would support that, and we will be willing to send referees to educate these student athletes.
Yeah, but Valdin, usually and we do it at St. George's College, but usually when a referee comes, it's more about the rules of the game. I mean, is offside, is, what you get up for a penalty and stuff. I can't remember a referee talking about behavior. As I don't know if you understand what I mean.
Yes, I understand where you're getting at.
And I mean, a referee might say, well, you can get a card if you go to the referee and say, what that? You can get a card. But I can't remember a referee putting them down the ballers and say, well, Ray. It's more about the rules of the game, I think. And I understand what Darth is saying, and I agree with him. But that's kind of difficult because I'm not certain if referees are taught to teach a youth how to behave on a football field.
A part of what is important, when the student athletes know the rules and they know the sanctions, then automatically they should know how to behave, how to react, what to do, what not to do.
Yeah.
So I think it can work, it can help.
We were talking about schoolboy football.
Yes.
What about in the Premier League and the other competitions? Are the problems the same? And are the rules the same?
The rules are the same. The issues are the same. I don't remember in recent time we ever had a physical abuse by referees at that level. So we are saying we are stamping out this now at the lower level to ensure that when they get to the higher level, there is nothing like this.
It could be something like a video that's done. So you don't necessarily have to have a physical referee in every
No, I agree with you. I agree with you totally. But I'm just saying we're talking about two different things because when a referee come to talk to the players,
it's more so the rules.
It's mostly the rules of the game. It's not about how you behave and if a referee say, yeah, you can't say nay or something like that.
So it's really left up to the institution itself then to ensure
I think so.
This is what we expect as an institution and we won't accept anything less.
Which is something very subjective. So like I say, if it is something like that, then it's standard, every school get it, and well, let's see.
Good to see you, Mr. Vice Principal.
Thank you very much, sir.
Sir.
Thanks for having me.
President of the JFRA, Vice Principal at Charlemont High, former referee himself, former outstanding referee, I might add, Mr. Valdin Legister. One thing wrong with him. He used to go to school with that money.
Man, in school, man, a big school, man. I ain't talking about, man.
Blue blood.
So I want to go home, man. Second edition of News at 5 comes out now.